Hello everyone. How are you doing? How was your Christmas? I wanted to have at least one or two things with me that would relate to you, that will make you think of the beautiful Christmas season that we are in. I was planning to post this video before Christmas, but as I did not record it before Christmas, I couldn't do that, obviously. Let me start this video by extending an apology, a very sincere apology to every single person on the planet, in the realm that on the realm that we are residing in at the moment, to whom I had a crush on. I had an emotional attachment with. I am sorry. Because the more I try to delve into the details of how things work in the mental space, I am realizing that it is a sin. Okay, let's not be so brutal about it. It's a wrong thing to have a crush on somebody, have an emotional dependence on someone, having an intention to cling on to someone, having the habit of imagining a future with someone, having a habit of imagining situations that might come in the future and the dialogues that you want to deliver to somebody, or preparing in advance what you wish to talk to someone in the next time you meet them. All these things are wrong and one should not do that. I actually made a note on it recently. I'll read you one or two lines from it just to make it more clear. If you are not whole, if you're not whole, if you're not complete, you will suck the life, you'll suck the life out of your object of desire, whether it's a romantic relationship that you're planning to get into, if it's with one of your friends, if it's with your siblings, your parents, whoever you're planning to attach yourself to emotionally, and saying, I want you to do this, I want you to be like this, I want you to experience this. Let them live their fucking life. I'd like to do this thing with you. I'd like to go that place with you. I'd like to say this to you. I'd like you to listen to this. No, you do not have the authority, and you should not have the audacity to say that to someone else. Because we are free people, free individuals, and every single one deserves to live a life of their own. A unique one, a meaningful one. And I went on to write, anything that will prevent you from being in the present moment, from just being here. And if you're with that person or people, or if something prevents you from enjoying the moment and take you to the past or the future which does not exist, or end up in distractions taking you to a future or past that doesn't exist, that is not based on truth, sanity, and it would never lead you to stillness, peace, and meaningful silences. It will not take you anywhere. It will not take you to living, in short. So I just wanted to begin the beautiful, beautiful video with this line, with this beautiful apology. I hope you'd accept it. In case if I was following you, craving for your energy, texting you for your, or ever tried to grab your attention by doing anything consciously, I am sorry. And now let's focus on the main topic. Yesterday, no, 2 days ago, I usually don't keep track of time, so don't worry about when, but I posted a picture, a still of actor Prithviraj along with Riya Sen from the movie Anandabhadra. In that movie, Bhama is actually manipulated using tantric techniques performed by Digambara. So what happens is she's no longer in her control. She has no life of her own. She is a walking, talking, moving void. There's Digambara has actually taken the soul out of her being, so that no longer the soul, the spirit that was in her, is no longer working for herself. It's actually surrendered, or is it completely being controlled by somebody? So there was a moment in which the support system, the amazing support system that Bhama, the character Bhama has, um, who the the character of the brother played by the legend Kalabhan Manisar. So they everybody, all of them together managed just to save the girl for a moment, and then again, what happens? Digambara gets into the body of Anandan and comes from behind, and then goes around her neck like that, smelling like that. The same movement is actually done by either in the in the spiritual realm, the mental realm, emotional realm, or in one of those states, or in physical, definitely for sure. They can literally do that around your neck and try to take your soul out again, try to suck your energy back again. And Bhama was not, unfortunately, strong enough to survive that movement, survive that tactful movement practiced or performed by Digambara, and then she is pulled again back to that darkness, right? Back to that void state. That's what is represented by this image. So, I wanted to tell you what exactly, give you a proper example of that phenomenon taking place on a regular basis around you. You'll get to see that very clearly in relationships that we often, unfortunately, gets to watch in news mostly, because either the one who's manipulating the empath ends up killing them, like committing murder, or do something terrible like violence of some sort, which will eventually get the attention of media. If the girl or the boy who's being abused is famous enough, media will go report those things and everything. And if they are not lucky enough, they will die and move on to a better place. So, than being around such people, the energy sucking vampires, right? Called narcissists. So, that was the main topic. That is what we can learn from the example of this image. See how powerful that portion of the video was. Magnificent, beautiful, amazingly shot by Santosh Shivan, I think. Certain movies are priceless, right? We have a lot to take from those, especially made from a place that's spiritually so rich, culturally so amazing. So let's talk about narcissists. Recently, I watched a movie named The Girlfriend uh, by Rahul. So, a man making a movie like that is nothing short of wonder in today's times. So, in that movie, everything is shown properly, but then in an interview, I heard Rahul, the director, saying that he doesn't, after watching the movie, he doesn't intend to make the narcissist feel that they are villain. They're not villain, right? They are like, they are wounded children who is not emotionally mature enough to heal themselves. They're not willing to do that. So they'll find an empath, suck the energy out of them, block the karma that is about to get to them using the empath, ending up killing the empath, and then moving on to the other victim. So this circle just continues and they choose not to heal most of the times. But as an empath, as a good person, what we should do is we shouldn't, it's very easy to blame somebody. It's very easy to call someone a monster. So instead of doing that, you can offer help. Though the chances of them recovering is very less. But there are few cases where they have survived. So you can just place a mirror in front of them and show them what they are. They are trying to run away from that image of themselves that they get to see in the mirror. They cannot tolerate it, and that's why they chooses not to be alone ever. Even if they are in solitude, or they chooses to live alone, it's because they in solitude someone can choose not to change ever as well. In case if they try becomes willing to live with someone else, it will be an empath who will accommodate their emotions and never try to say anything against it. So then in both these scenarios the chances of evolving is 0 to nil. There's no chance actually. So I just want to place a mirror in front of them in case any of you demonic creatures wish to see your face and face it. The narcissistic demons, the chances of healing are less, as I just mentioned. For them, the sense of self is built around control, validation, and entitlement. So, these three things you will get to see in them. So, in case there's somebody around you who has these characteristics and are not willing to diagnose themselves as one or detect themselves as one, at least you can detect it in them and run away. So, their sense of self is actually built around three things: control, so they will choose to control everyone and everything around them, and validation, they need validation from the people who are living with them, and entitlement, they'll have the sense of entitlement, thinking they are right, they are great, always. And they may feel justified in pushing the limits of other people and dismissing the boundaries set by them, or reacting negatively when the limits are set. If an empath who lives with them finally decides to set boundaries for themselves, uh, and asking, actually requesting for the basic necessity, the rights they have of their privacy and everything, what happens is, what will they do? Hmm? They will react negatively to it, insult them, use curse words and everything, and they enjoy pushing limits. They will insult the innocent one to the greatest extent possible to see them cry, see them break, hmm? or see them react. And all these reactions that he will manage to get out of them by pushing the limits are entertainment for them. They are not going to feel nothing, feel anything from it. No empathy. It isn't caused by um, and these things are actually not caused by the empath's weakness. And the empath who's involved will feel like it's because I am weak. That's why they are making use of me. It's actually not because of that, because once you are powerful, and if now you're going through this phase, it's not completely because of your weakness, but it's because of their inability and difficulty with having empathy and taking accountability for their actions. That's why. And what can change them? Are there chances? Yes, there are chances, very few, like 1% maybe. And in order for that to achieve, they must become willing to, or choose to be aware. So, awareness is the first point, willingness is the second, and consistency is the third if you want to escape from being a demon. Okay. So, awareness. Change is only possible if the person recognizes their behavior as a problem, not until they keep on saying that I am right, I am good. Many narcissists struggle with this because admitting fault will threaten their self image, and image means everything to them. Second, willingness. Therapy can help, but only if they genuinely want to change, not just control others or look good in front of others. So, mostly as they only care about the image, they wouldn't be willing to take therapy with an intention to change, but only to get some more ideas in projecting themselves as the hero. That's it. Then, third thing is consistency, because growth takes long term effort and emotional honesty and professional support in case of them, because they are ruined to the core. So, mm, and the last things to remember is no one else can heal a narcissist for them. Other people, especially the empathetic ones, because they often get hurt trying to do that. They will lose themselves in the process. That's it. They will never succeed. Um, it's important to remember that understanding someone's behavior doesn't mean accepting harm or boundary violations. This is a reminder for the innocent one involved in the scenario. Okay? Mm. So it's important to remember that understanding someone's behavior doesn't mean accepting harm or boundary violations. You know why they are acting that way. You know that they've been through hell to become a demon. So if you're trying to show kindness to them, please don't, because their nature is to hurt. It's natural for them, it's not their fault. It's your fault if you choose to stay. That's it. Mm. And in short, some narcissists can improve with serious effort and help, but many do not. And it's okay to protect yourself regardless. As I said, run, and it's okay. And let them heal or hurt themselves on their own. They should be on their own. They were made to be alone. Yeah? And, hmm. So, next. And a reminder to you guys is you will never ever get to hide behind the empath's shadow forever. Hmm. So, the moment the empath choose to leave, it's going to be painful to you, and it's understandable why you're trying to get back to that energy, because it's very comfortable being there, and you will have clarity of thinking and everything, while at the same time the empath will be losing control over their life, will be lost completely, and the recovery becomes very difficult after you survive. So do not delay the process, it's not good for both of you. And now let's move on to the reference of Pandurga Vasudeva, which I wanted to use. There was one person who used to pretend to be Krishna, I remember. Uh, I don't know much in detail, but when somebody tries to pretend to be the good one when actually they are the villain, their chances of recovery can only happen through wisdom. Sudarshana. Sudarshana means Su representing good or wise. Darshana, vision. Okay, wise vision. Only that can clear you, help you escape from that. And the next thing, if you're wondering why the empath left, this is the answer. There are certain ductile metals, right, that can be extended to a limit, to a, I mean, for example, gold can be made into thinnest thin chain, but that ability also has a limit. After a point it will just break. So that's exactly what happened. You've been stretching it to a level that the empath's potential to survive in the environment became so thin, and the thread finally broke. That's it. Now you cannot repair it because it's broke already. So do not try to, yeah, understand or struggle understanding it, because it's very simple. It broke, it cannot be repaired. That's it. And you stretched it to that extent. It's your fault. And the apology that I extended in the beginning has another point also, as a reminder hidden behind it. Just imagine holding on to a tomato because you found it so lumpy, beautiful, red, and bright, shining. So you decided to hold on to the tomato. How long will you be able to hold it? It will start rotting, decaying, and it will slip away from your hand in a dirty way. The same will happen when you try to emotionally attach yourself to someone. When your happiness when you choose to, uh, you know, let your happiness be dependent on another mortal being. So don't do that. Just don't get attached to anyone. Um, and another act of kindness that I'd like to extend towards the unkind, the most unkind living creatures on the planet, uh, is that you didn't get validation from the people you are trying to make use of in your life, right? They didn't validate you. They saw the good parts in you. They felt the number of they have a proper count of the number of times you tried to touch their head and showed kindness. At the tip of your fingers, somewhere somewhere in your being, there is that kindness. You can just listen to it and try to nourish it. Pour more water into that plant of kindness that's inside you. Grow it and change and become a good one. You can do that anytime you wish to. And do not kindly search in your future partner the acknowledgement that the empath did not give you for the goodness that was there as you were leaving. As long as you stayed, the empath overdid it, gave you everything in abundance, and you didn't value it. So when it was time, when the breaking point was reaching, the person didn't choose to show kindness to you anymore because that was never valued. So now there's no point of showing it. That's why. So you don't actually have to search for it in your next partner because you already got it and you didn't value it. That's the fact. Now there's a calling, a genuine, craving for the energy that you missed, right? Try to make it your master and ask yourself why you're craving for it. Why is it important to you? That can teach you a lot. And now, a very small, interesting, simple note in the end. The people, the men especially, the men who treat the people at home in a terrible manner and treat everybody else outside the world as fragile, beautiful flowers. Hi, how are you? May I do something for you? I am here for you. And them offering help to everybody in the world and treating the people at home like crap. You know, that is the most terrible thing and the most disgusting thing uh, a person can have in his being. And girls will never get impressed by that, girls, if you're seeking girls, and if you're girls doing the same to boys at home, guys at home, just trust me, this is the least manly thing a man can do is treating the ones at home terribly while treating others better. Did you understand what I'm trying to say? That's it. All right, see you all later. Do I look like, do any of these things have a vibe, giving out a vibe of Christmas? If not, I cannot help it. Bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye, baby. Bye-bye. See you again.